Hey, the Joyful Yogini here. Happy Friday. It is time for Feel Good Friday. I'm also live on Instagram, live on YouTube. Yes, Chewy. Yes. What would you like? As soon as I start this, you need to be like in my face. Chewy would like to he's part of the Feel Good Friday stream. Really, there's nothing that would stop him from being part of the stream. Yeah, there he is. And you guys, you can see his paw. Hello, I have all my books on my bed there. Yeah. Okay. Lie down, mister. Lie down. It's time for Feel Good Friday. Stop distracting me, man. You'll get some attention later. All right? Deal? Every once in a while, you'll see his paw, most likely. All right, so Feel Good Friday. The theme for Feel Good Friday today, I pulled it from the badass the effing badass affirmation deck. And this beautiful soul who I haven't met, but I've connected with their energy through her cards from Oshawa, Ontario, created this deck. And I just bought it online. You can buy it online if you're interested in it. They're just fun affirmations. And so I pulled an affirmation. I was drawn to use this card. Hey, Cree, how are ya? I was drawn to use this deck for the theme for tonight. And I love my badass mind. And then immediately some information started to channel through. And I know more will come, but it was just like the overall concept that came through. Hey, K Cards, how are you? Hey, baby, haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Oh, mwah. I know it has been a while. Good. They are really good. Actually, yesterday, I was mentioning this when I did the weekend reading that I was feeling very heavy yesterday, so heavy. And I feel like it was the collective energy, but also my own personal stuff that was coming up and shifting, right? So freaking heavy. And as soon as I got Archangel Michael to clear my energy field and protect my energy, I started to feel lighter. I was also drawn to using cannabis as a tool. So I was trying to remember what was the process. Did I use cannabis? And then I asked Archangel Michael to heal me, like to clear my energy field, or did I do that first? And I think it was the clearing my energy field first. And then I ended up wanting to use it as a tool to connect in. And I brought in some pretty cool information yesterday as well for myself that I really needed. I missed your energy. You're such a grounding soul for me. Oh, okay, Cars, I'm so glad you tuned in. I love that you're here. So let's go into, I love my badass mind. And the way I feel, I'm going to be open to the way this is going to roll out. But I feel like I'll be bopping back and forth to some different subjects. And the one subject they just reminded me to share, I guess just for shits and giggles. And okay, and here, warning. On Friday nights, I like to let loose. Like, this is my Friday night party time. And so I tend to have a potty mouth on Friday night. And those of you who maybe come to or like to join my yoga classes for the Zen and the feel good vibes and that, this is just another aspect of myself where I allow myself to play and have fun. I'll swear, I'll talk about sex, like I'm free flow in spirit. I just get more free flowing on Friday nights. Okay. So if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. This is a deeper aspect of me that I open myself up to share. And something that I wanted to share last week, I borrowed one of my daughter's tops to wear. And if those of you who joined me last week, I think it was last week, could have been the week before, but I think it was last week. You might recall that I was waiting for permission if I could wear it. And then I didn't receive the total confirmation before I started. And I'm like, well, she borrows my clothes all the time. Whatever, I'm just going to do it. But she was not very happy with it. Maybe it was a few weeks ago, actually. She ended up not being very happy with it. So I'm like, okay, crap. I guess I'm not going to do that anymore because it made her feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, we don't have to share clothes anymore. It's totally fine. But I think it's really hard for a teen to embrace their mom being sexy, right? Because like, as a teen, my daughters are wearing some clothes that help them to feel sexy in their body, which I think is absolutely fabulous. But it's hard for them to associate their mom with sexiness, right? And so I'm like, okay, so I won't bore it from them, but I'm still going to dress in a way that I feel comfortable now. It's cold, so I got a sweater on, but I ended up ordering some clothes from one of the stores that my daughter does online. And then I try as after I got them, I try them on. I'm like, yeah, this is too teeny boppery. Like maybe it's just like a bit too much. Yet I've worn some of hers before, and I felt like it felt good. But the stuff I happened to pick up, I'm like, hmm, maybe not. But some people might say that, are you having a midlife crisis with the with the age that I am and all the changes that are going through my life and wanting to dress sexy and all that, going into cougar town. um I don't like the wording of that at all. I don't call it a midlife crisis. I call it a midlife. It's time to do what you fucking want. Like, it's time for you to be all that who you are, and no regrets, man. No regrets. If you're drawn to doing something, then if it's not going to hurt you or anyone else, then fuck, you gotta live your life. You gotta live your best life. You know what you're drawn to. If it's going to be safe for you to be drawn to, if it's going to be a healthy balance for you, or a beautiful alignment for you, then yeah, you should. So fuck, I ordered some clothes. So it is. This one is quite sexy. Um, it doesn't fit totally perfect, but yeah. So this is me going back to my teeny bopper days, I guess. But hey, why not? So let's go to the card. I wanted to share that story. So I love my badass mind. Sorry about the glare. I don't know there. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. We are all beautifully unique. And Chew keeps bothering me here. And when I'm going to tell you a little bit of my own story. Some of you might be aware of it from streams maybe long ago. Um, in elementary school, I did not feel very smart at all. I actually felt incredibly dumb. And, I did terrible in math, really poor science marks. I didn't even do that well in English and history, geography. What I did really well in was recess. I did really well in recess because that was playtime. And I like to play, right? Like, that's what I'm drawn to, is let's have fun. That's the essence of who I am. So I always got really great marks in phys ed. I love fitness. Fitness is so important to me. So I did really well in phys ed. I did really well in drama or music, choir. I'd love to sing. And then the other courses I didn't do very well. And I remember, my dad trying to help me with math. And hey, Cree, I like the dolphin emoji. Play, yeah, absolutely. And creativity. I did well in art too. I did well in art. Um, he's like, come on, no, this is my time. Just looking at me. I know. Leave me alone right now. I'll give you can just send me love. You don't have to be like on top of me. He's a lovely dog, and I do appreciate all his love. Okay, so yeah, I remember my dad trying to help me with math, and I remember like just zoning out, like be trying to explain something to me, and I would just like zone out, like this is so fucking boring. Like I don't love this. So why do I need to pay attention? What can I think about instead? I would not. It would be really challenging for me to focus. And so, and then he'd be so frustrated because then when he asked me to explain it back, or do the math problem and I didn't get it, he'd be like, well, then you must be a fucking idiot, because I am such a good fucking teacher. And how can you not get this? You must be an idiot. And and not that he said it just like that. It was just like, how can you be so fucking stupid? Like, it was like things like that. And he was doing the best that he could, though, because I was such a trigger for him, because he was working so hard and he's a perfectionist. And so for him to not get a really good result, it must mean that I'm an idiot, right? Like it must mean, because it really hurt his ego. Um, but he was doing the best that he could, right? So I I believed that, I started to believe that, oh, I guess I'm fucking stupid then, right? Because that's how you were graded in school, and your intelligence is, the marks that you got on your report card determined if you were smart or not. But we are all brilliant in our own unique way. When I learned about there's all these different styles, all these different types of intelligences, I'm going to try to make that so much headspace, right? There's so many different types of intelligences. So some people have really great spatial intelligence, some people musical intelligence, some people the brilliant creative intelligence. Yeah. So like creative genius, right? Some people that are great at math, right? Like some people who are great about learning things physically, like you do something physically and you're like, yeah, I fucking got this. And you can move your body in a beautiful way because that physical intelligence is just so innate of who you are. There's so many different types of intelligences, and you can be everyone is a brilliant combination of those. It's not necessarily you're just this or just this. You're a different percentage of each of those intelligences, and the way your brain works is unique to that specific intelligence. And it's been so drilled in within us that if you don't think a certain way, that you are not intelligent. But it is so not true. It's about embracing us for the unique intelligence that we have. So we all have a brilliant mind, and we need to embrace that, right? The more you embrace your brilliant mind, your badass mind, the more that you are fueling yourself with positive vibrations, reinforcing that thought pattern, which brings you more evidence of that perspective and of that energetic vibration. You will keep on getting more evidence of that. Just like if, let's say, you're not feeling well and you're worried about your health, and then you look online to see what could these symptoms be. And if you're in a place of like, holy fuck, I'm gonna die, then you're gonna find like evidence of all the shit that's gonna scare you. Right? Like that's the evidence that you're going to be drawn to bring in. So when we focus on the brilliance of who we are, and you know, you should be tooting your own horn, but surround yourself with people who know it's not an ego thing, right? Who can just celebrate with you, right? There's some things that you're so freaking good at. And some of you have such a creative mind that you can be so brilliant in so many different areas, and you love the variety, like the variety of these areas that you're great at creates the fuel to spread more diverse creativity. It's brilliant. And other people are just like, yeah, I love zoning in on this, and this is my passion, and this is what fuels me, and this is all I need to be in my glorious awesomeness, right? And so when you embrace those different things about yourself, you are embracing the brilliance of who you are. And for the weekend reading, I pulled from um oh my goodness, what is it called? Magnificent. I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Anyways, if it comes, I meant to tell you, but it's Manifest Your Magnificence. That's the name of the deck. So yeah, in order to manifest your magnificence, you first need to believe in the magnificence of who you are. And you need to love that beautiful, unique mind and what you can create. And you're not just creating from your mind, you're creating from all of your energetic field, because that's all of who you are. You are creating from the brilliance of the combination of all of your chakras and the unique vibration of the combination of all of your chakras and that energetic um, the energetic combination of the unique blueprint of who you are. Okay. So that is your magnificent awesomeness. All right. Heath is in the house. Canuck is in the house. So great. Oh, K-Dub. Awesome. I know some I didn't necessarily get a chance to acknowledge you. So might apologize if I didn't to acknowledge you. And what does Cree Warrior said? Be you. Be you. What do you mean by be you? I can't read the code. I'm not understanding the code. You got to tell me what the BU stands for. So I'm going to be pulling some more cards to bring in some more information about that. But that is the basis of what started to flow through as I pull the card for the theme for today. And so the essence of the healing is embracing the beautiful uniqueness of who you are and to bring in more of that abundance by bringing in the evidence of who you are, the awesomeness of who you are. So focusing on the thoughts of the magnificence of who you are. So creating those thoughts to bring in more evidence, to raise your vibration, to then bring in more abundance and the abundance that is uniquely you. Okay. And be open to how it comes in, because how it comes in cannot be within the constrictions of only where your mind can go. Because our mind, when we're not connected to source, our mind is going from the experiences that we've had already, the evidence that we've already had. But we can manifest way beyond any type of evidence that we've had in our life. So that's why it's really important to bring in that spiritual connection and to also ground into Mother Earth at the same time. So we're connected to the source energy, and then we're grounded in with Mother Earth to be able to solidify and create that strong foundation of our roots of anything that we want to create. We need to ground it in. Okay, I'm thirsty. Hold on. I'm totally dribbling. I needed lots of fluid. Oh, I think I forgot I was wearing lipstick. It's on my hand now. That's okay. Just as long as it's not like all over my face. that's really all that matters to me. If it's on my hand, that's fine. I don't want to look like that either. So just as long as it's not like all right. I know I'm a goofball. All right, so I am going to the healing wants to come from Earth Warriors. Earth Warriors deck. This has been coming out a lot lately. Pardon me for the Feel Good Friday. And which makes sense, because the Feel Good Fridays, I really want them to be intensive healings. My mom is trying to call me. Doesn't she know it's Feel Good Friday time? I can't talk to it during Feel Good Friday. Okay. So what do we need? What do we need for this healing of I love my badass mind? Okay. Oh, there's two. Oh. That one wanted to come out. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, okay. I love the energy of this card. Wow. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but when I open up to the book on the page, then it will tell me how to say it. Goddess of Tehuacan. Tehuacan. She guards the waters of life. I love that. When I think about the waters of life, I think about the second chakra. The second chakra is associated with the element of water and how we need to flow through life. Follow, go with the current as opposed to against the current. So, what is going to be the least path of resistance is the choice that we make. Yeah, it's not necessarily always going to be super easy, right? But it'd be the least path of resistance. Okay, so let me show you the card so you can look at her, look at the patterns. I'll get it a little closer to YouTube in a second. I know you can still see it. Okay, so let me bring it nice and close to YouTube. Sorry, I don't have a total still hand. Okay. Okay. I don't know, something about this weather, maybe because things are still dying or the ground is getting wet, from the snow and the rain and stuff. I've been a little more stuffy, but it could also be associated with just simply clearing stuff out. Okay. Okay, so let me read about this chick. The ancient guardian mother protects the waters of life and offers her protection and blessing. Her appearance augurs a time of purification and cleansing, leading to enhanced fertility. You are a creator of new consciousness, a generator of positive energy as fuel for constructive outcomes. We need your vitalized being to keep nourishing the human collective with helpful alternatives to mainstream consciousness. You will be protected and supported at the deep level of soul in order to become the creator and custodian of a clean reservoir of consciousness from which souls thirsty for purity, relief, and love can drink. The ancient mother will help you to help her and the many creatures within her care. She will help you to be fearlessly inventive with your loving creations of healing consciousness. Very cool. I love this. Oh, I need to yawn. Dude, what if you just yawn? Okay. Consider very seriously the need to cut cords to negative or unhelpful influences in your life, whether they be habits, people, or forms of entertainment and media that threaten to distort the pure and wise of your wild spirit and ignited mind. Whilst it is important that you engage with others, the sacred creator within you requires time and space in solitude to process, reflect, contemplate, and create. Only then can you remember who you are and what is important to you, and summon the inner power to act accordingly. In that way, you will not become overly swayed by any lesser force, particularly mainstream consciousness that perpetuates victimizing thought patterns and behaviors. Give yourself a chance for spiritual, psychological, and emotional time out and cleansing so that you can recognize the inner truth of your own soul and adhere to it faithfully. I just broke a nail. That is a powerful message. And I feel like how it's going to be associate with me is I'm going to need to have less time on social media. So still doing my streams, but yeah, cutting down on my connecting outward. And I feel like it will be temporary, but it's going to be needed. So see how this resonates with you. Is there a way that you could it would is there a way where you think it might be for your highest and greatest good to pull back from certain things, from certain interactions? And because you might not see clearly as to which ones might actually be a little heavy, because you might be drawn to it because you're in the midst of a little bit of heaviness, right? Or a lot of heaviness. And so, with you being in that space, okay, let me align it with this. This is the analogy they're giving me. It's like when you've been eating sugar, your body craves more sugar. It's an addictive feeling. You crave more sugar. And so I've gone on several times these 30-day cleanses where I take out all sugar except for maybe a couple pieces of fruit, like just natural fruit, and no condiments unless it's like olive oil and maybe a healthy type of vinegar, like maybe a cider vinegar. I still might do balsamic, and and avoiding foods that have a high glycemic index, that turn into sugar very quickly within your body. So more slower digesting foods that help you to maintain your metabolic, like help you to maintain your sugar levels, like a nice steady sugar level. And then once you do that cleanse, then, and please, I'm not doing this to give you advice. I'm not a naturopath. I'm not a dietitian. So, if you're wanting to try something, consult with someone who is a professional, right? I'm just telling you what I have done. And it worked for me. And that after the 30 days, I no longer craved sugar. I didn't need it. But I needed to get it out of my system, because sometimes you don't realize how often you're going for it. You're going for that little pick me up. You're going for that coffee to try to bring that, to elevate that energy within. Once you clear it out, then you realize you can hold your own. You know. So it's the same thing with energy. It's like if you're used to being around some density, you might not realize how it's actually affecting you. You might not realize that maybe your sleep patterns aren't as good. You might not realize that that energy is affecting the way you digest things. It's making you feel more tired. It's yeah, making you feel heavier, and needing to go for, let's say, the sugars and caffeines, trying to bring yourself up. So if there's that heaviness of energy there, maybe people are that you don't realize that are being like vampires, and it don't necessarily aren't necessarily doing it purposefully to hurt you or anything, but needing, because they're feeling low, so they need your energy, and then they need your energy, and then they need your energy. So when you take an opportunity to step back and maybe more quiet time as opposed to connecting outward and hanging with people, um and then giving yourself a chance just to really tune into you and not be associated with any energies for a while, or just the minimal, based on work, based on family, right? And and then seeing the difference that it makes. So I feel like for me that really resonates. You can see if it resonates for you, but I feel like there needs to be a cleansing, and a cleansing out physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So, but you can do whatever you're ready for, like maybe you're willing to cut back a little bit on the social media, but you still want to have the sugar that you've been having, or you still want to have that coffee every single day, or maybe you can change, maybe you were having two coffees a day and you can get to one, or maybe it's every day and then you can go to every other day, or insert a green tea instead of a coffee, let's say, so you can have some antioxidants. Yeah, making some adjustments to make things a little bit lighter and softer, and then you can continue to make adjustments as you see fit, and give yourself a time period maybe, and then you can start reintroducing yourself, let's say, on that energetic level, and seeing if you have increased clarity on what those interactions are doing for you, and who are just using you for whatever you have to offer, right? So I think that's interesting information to take in. Okay. Organize. Okay, so I read up to there. Okay, so here is some spiritual guidance with this message. Sacred Mother has come to you in honor of the important work you have to accomplish as a creator of consciousness, a free thinker, and a seeker of truth. What original healing stories will you give birth to in your life and this world? If you've become dried up and depleted, the Divine Mother brings you nourishment. Let the inner well of your soul be filled with her presence and grace through deep rest and contemplation. Give yourself space and time for renewal and allow any overload of mind or nervous system to discharge to earth. Okay, I just want to repeat that last sentence, okay? Let the inner well of your soul be filled with her presence and grace through deep rest and contemplation. Give yourself space and time for renewal and allow any overload of mind or nervous system to discharge into the earth. If you have lost the zest for your passion or have become confused or overwhelmed, scattered with too many ideas or directions, you are in need of the spiritual cleansing which her blessing brings to you. The waters of your own consciousness must be safeguarded so that they can become a tonic for the souls of others. When you highly value your uniqueness and originality, you become willing to bear the uncertainty that accompanies absence of the familiar. Vigorously contest any who attempt to exploit, direct, or distort the true expression of your higher knowing. In contemplation, impure material separates from the truth and is filtered out of the soul. The purity of your soul, such a seemingly subtle quality, has an astonishing power to effect change. As you take time to allow purity to emerge from deeply restful, reflective meditation, your personal energy and spiritual potency grow. Your potential to be an influence in this world increases accordingly. However, so too does the interest of less noble creatures in exploiting that delicious divine power for their own nefarious purpose. Avoid such tragedy by refusing to entertain any person or idea that drains, depletes, or diminishes the quality of your consciousness. Be resolute and exacting. If it's not right, courageously and unapologetically cast it out. Interesting crossroads. Yeah. In your uncompromising, is that north of Toronto? Northern Toronto's in the house. Peter Jeffrey, are you kidding me? I don't know if you're still there, but no way. Okay, very cool. All right, so in your uncompromising defense of your most strange and beautiful ideas, uplifting truth and fierce loving wisdom, you will come to know what it feels like to be as a new world in of yourself. Oh, you're muted. How are you? How? How? I don't understand. I think something's. No. Okay. Here, I'll just. Oops. Come to YouTube. Not sure, maybe a button at top. I don't see. Okay, does that work? Because now there's an X through it. Does that work? I don't know if it's working because now there's a line through the mic, which now I think I would be muted. So I would love it. Whoever's on, let me know if you can hear me now. Let's see. Can you hear me now? So just let me know if you can hear me now. Oh, now no one's there. Okay, someone's there. Can you hear me? Tell me if you can hear me right now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So there's at least one person on there. So let me know. Oh, good. Otherwise, go to my YouTube. Yeah, I can hear other people's lives. Must be on your end. Other people's lives? There's no voices here. Hmm. No voices here. Hmm. I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, anyways, if you're going to YouTube, then that would be great. I think you might already be here. Maybe I will just close up on here. So if you want to finish the stream, go to my YouTube channel, okay? The Joyful Yogini. Yeah, it's the Joyful Yogini on YouTube. Bye. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I can't remember where I left off. So I'm just going to start at the top of this paragraph again. I could have gotten a ways through it, but let's see. In your uncompromising defense of your most strange and beautiful ideas, uplifting truth and fierce loving wisdom, you come to know what it feels like to be as a new world in of yourself. So remember saying that. You will feel your being like a planet in devotional orbit around a divine sun. Instead of contorting yourself to fit into the frustrated and grasping worlds of others, you will offer those seeking something more beautiful the opportunity of finding refuge within your world. Instead of being influenced, you will become an influencer. Instead of trying to dominate others, you will awaken them the desire of their own higher nature. You affect healing transformation without force. This is the way of yin power, of the sacred water wisdom that cleanses the impure and creates new life without diminishing its life force. You have the opportunity to shift from stressful striving to more restful and abundant creation, sourced from the depths of your being in silent, absorbing communion with the divine. It takes discipline and commitment to learn this new way of being, to recognize the essential need for time and space and contemplation and to consciously create. It takes courage to refuse to bow down to the productivity pushers who aren't interested in authentic offerings that heal both through the process of their creation as well as in their final form. Instead, they just want more stuff to perpetuate conveyor belt consumerism for the genuine benefit of no one. Your refusals are sacred. They bring with them the thirst quenching waters of grace, bestowing freedom, well being, and soul satisfying experiences of fulfillment. And then there's a healing process there. Okay. What does that say, Cree? Is that a box with a kitty in it? Wow, I'm going to have to replay this. Yeah, me too. Me too. So fucking powerful. All right, so this is the healing process now. You can say it aloud with me, okay? Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Let's connect. Let's first connect in with Mother Earth. I'm asking the Earth Fairy to help us to just ground right down to the core of Mother Earth. And for Mother Gaia to reach up and connect in with our energy field and to draw her nutrients, the beautiful vibration that each of us uniquely need into our bodies, affecting every single cell in our body, just creating the beauty of this brilliant connection with us, the uniqueness and who we are. Beautiful. I really feel it in the first and second chakra right now, very intensely. And the energy is starting to come up. Okay, so we're just going to allow it to do its thing as we continue. Divine Mother, Please help humankind to understand and implement the best ways to protect the natural resources of this planet. May we use the creative power of our consciousness with wild, loving reverence for life, generating wise action and purifying of spiritual grace to restore things thirsty for truth. Okay. When you are ready, you may like to, this is just an afterthought, I'm just telling you. When you are ready, you may like to drink some clean, pure water in gratitude. Imagine as you do, so a world where all living beings have access to clean, pure water, where the oceans are clean and pure, the rivers are clean and pure. Let yourself feel joy and gratitude with such a visualization. All reality begins with consciousness. Let us use every opportunity we can to support the necessary shift for life to thrive. You have completed your healing process. So I'm going to drink some water right now. And I'm going to be in such gratitude for this water. And because this is not this drink anymore. It was a green juice. And then I just filled it up with water and added some lemon in it. So I'm going to drink this water and be in gratitude and wish clean water to everyone on this planet, everyone, everything on this planet. And I'm thinking about the oceans and the lakes and the streams and the rivers and how all of those bodies of water are being cleansed and purified. And this just reinforce the necessity. I'll call it a necessity for me to live on the water, by the water, at least a view of the water, because I want to connect in with the waters of Mother Earth, connecting in to our own goddess energy, connecting in with that creativity and beauty, that fertility of the second chakra. It's really important for, it's important for me. I want to not only want to cleanse my own body with the water that I'm surrounding myself by, but just being around the energy of water, right? Being around the energy of water is so beautiful, but also to help to heal the waters by being in gratitude when I'm looking at it, when I'm feeling it, and connecting in with the water around the earth, the world. So next time you're having a bath or a shower, that's part of the waters around the world. That's what we can connect with. We can connect with those waters through those beautiful experiences, even by brushing your teeth, bringing conscious awareness to that water and being in gratitude. You have clean water to do that, right? It is so important. And, maybe some people get into a space of not having that clean water to like, holy crap, I really appreciate clean water now, right? But let's not let people need to have to do that anymore. Let's just wish clean water for everybody. Life water cleansing. Yeah, Cree. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's it. Do you have any questions, any comments? Anywhere you'd like to go with the discussion? Would you like me to pull any cards on any particular topics? I definitely have to listen to all this again. I feel like They were beautiful messages for me to process. I'm actually drawn. I have my bowl of crystals here, and ooh, I'm drawn and holding the amethyst. There's a lot of crystals in here. I just don't remember what they're for. But that's okay. If I'm drawn to the energy, I just trust in it. Just like the essential oils. If I'm drawn to a certain essential oil, that means I'm drawn to a certain vibration. My body must need it. My body, my mind, my spirit, must need it in some way. Just stick it in here. There. Oh, that's a bit too much pressure. Anyways, just holding it for a little bit was perfect. So, anyone, any way you want the discussion to be? Because otherwise, I will start to. You know what? For fun, I'm going to pull a card from my things. Things astronauts complain about in space. Things astronauts complain about in space. Well, my mind went needing to like go to the washroom in like a tube. Like how does it work to take a shit in space? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is there, because you wouldn't just have to like want to just hold a hose there. That wouldn't be very, you can't really relax, right? So do you somehow strap yourself down onto a toilet? But then how do you get up with it not like flying up? Or is it a strap on bum hose that you're in? I'd like to, inquiring minds want to know. I would think that astronauts would complain about that. Now, male astronauts would have it way easier for peeing. Female astronauts, female astronauts, how does their contraption work? Like, it would have to be more maybe like a suction cup or something, the suction cup and straps on, and then like you pee in that. I don't know. And is there a bidet option? I don't have one here, but they're fun. But I'm wondering if there's in whatever they use, is there a bidet option? I would also think they would complain about the food, right? Because if it's all like dehydrated and you just add water and stuff, it like how delicious is that? I don't know. So I would think they would complain about the food. Anything that you can think of that you think astronauts would complain about? Amazing messaging. Yeah, very much so. Amazing messaging. Yeah, can you think of anything else they'd complain about? I would think the internet connection. Or like can they get satellite internet no problem, Is it like the best internet ever because they're so close to the satellites? Yeah, I don't know. Can you get satellite radio up there? Maybe would that be really expensive? I would think they should just get dibs on being able to get that for free. If they have the ability to go up in space, like that's just cool shit. They should get satellite radio for free. Probably because they put the satellites up there in the first place and and pay for those. Well, that was fun. Even if you didn't want to participate in things and humor in a box, that was fun for me. So I hope you had a wonderful evening, or I hope you continue to have a wonderful evening. I definitely had a lot of fun and really cool messages. I'll be listening to this again tomorrow. And if any of you are interested on Saturday mornings, if you like to get up on Saturday mornings, I have yoga at 8 a.m. and I do it in a studio locally in Uxbridge, but you can also join over Zoom. So if you're interested in purchasing a block of yoga classes, you can let me know. Or if you ever just want to try one, you can let me know. Create the space. Yeah, that is a cool UFO emoji that you have there. Thank you for sharing that fun energy. Yeah. So, it's Black Friday. It's Black Friday, and I'm not a big I'm not shopping tonight. I but I decided, hey, this is a good reason for me to have a sale, right? So if anyone hasn't been able to do a one-on-one session with me because it's too expensive, it's my one-on-one intensive consultations are half price, so it's 50% off. So you can, let's see, you can go to my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca, and you go to the Joyful Yogini store, and then there's a Black Friday sale there. So that's something you're interested in. And when you've purchased it online, you purchase it through PayPal. If you prefer to do an e-transfer, Canada, we do an e-transfer if you're in Canada. Otherwise, then it is PayPal. So I hope, who is, oh, my friend is texting me. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you for your beautiful energy. I'm really grateful. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend. From my light to your beautiful light. Namaste. And oh, it's something I want to share I'm really excited about. I am doing a psychic party tomorrow. And so actually a friend of mine booked me. And so I'm doing, I don't know, I guess four oh no, it's not going to be like four readings. It's like the group party and then some quick individual ones. It will be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually really excited about doing it, so I wanted to share. So from my light to yours, namaste. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.